Well, you know, different location. Not really. I'm just saying. It looks like it, doesn't it? So, before I get to this Impact Wrestling review, the which by the way I got the results right here from my tablet. Yeah, before I get to that review, I just wanted to say, as you can see, there's some arrangements that have been going on in my room, basically. Not just my room, but my little brother's room too. And I'm pretty sure y'all heard his voice before. With him at one point doing a shouting at one point. Ever since last year too, basically. But now even though it looks like I'm done, but not really. There's still some stuff that needs to be arranged. So yeah, basically we were doing some painting in the room, and then also we started doing some rearranging of the room. Now, not a lot of stuff, but just a couple things that well, about half. I won't say half basically, but I guess you could say kind of halfway. But also changing some ways to do it too as well. And basically, what it pertains to me, as you see me right now doing it from this spot, there'll be about, I guess you could say, 3 to 4, or maybe 5 places I will be doing my reviews and whatever I'll be doing from now on. This is one of them, and you'll be seeing the rest of them soon enough. I just haven't figured it out yet, but I will figure that out. I'll figure it out in a way. But yeah, so that's why basically we're potentially doing Impact Wrestling review. I haven't done a review on a Saturday, or I could at least either way I was going to do it on a Saturday either way, but because since Impact Wrestling is now at 10 o'clock and it ends at 12 at midnight, so in a way you'll be still getting a review from me for Impact Wrestling on a Saturday if I do upload it or do it immediately. But unfortunately, that wasn't it wasn't one of those weeks, because this week, like I said, painting, rearranging, and now I think it's good now. I can finally do something a little more different than just doing it in one place every time. Basically at one spot every time, which is doing that one place on that one spot basically every time it was very uncomfortable. So just want to get that out of the way. Just want to get that out of the way before I get to the review for Impact Wrestling. So hopefully you're gonna be seeing some a lot different now. And also, like I said before, this is one of the spots you'll be seeing me doing it. And again, I'll figure it out either about 3, 4, or maybe 5 spots, different spots for me to do these videos. Not just for reviews, but other things too. And also, what other things too? It doesn't have to be in my home. It could be also somewhere outside my home. As you already know before about that. But yeah. But anyways, that's what I want to open up this review of. Even though this it's supposed to be a review about Impact Wrestling, but I just wanted y'all to know what's going on with me. Why I haven't done an Impact Wrestling review. But speaking of Impact Wrestling, let's get to this Impact Wrestling review, the show from March 22nd, 2019. Let's get right to it. We got Moose versus Trey from the Rascals. Match itself, I thought it was pretty good. So, and also it tells a underdog story here for Trey, who was basically was being getting turned a new one by Moose here, but he still held his own in this match here. Just the way the storytelling was, and and also with Trey's psychology that he was doing it too. Basically we're going up against a big guy like Moose. I thought this match was done pretty well. It was booked very well, and it was well done. It just showcased how Trey can handle the stamina. He can handle a lot of spunk, a lot of passion. He showed me here that Trey. I always been impressed with Trey. It's just that whole corny gimmick thing that they do with the Rascals is ridiculous. And sometimes with them getting high, doing their own that semi-show circle thing from backstage. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, Trey here, he is pretty good. He is pretty good. I think his nickname is the Fresh Prince of Air Lair. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what his nickname was, but it's basically to showcase how much of a great high flyer he can be. So, but anyways, the highlights of the match here: Trey hits some numerous suicide dives to Moose. Moose catches him the final attempt to connect with a sick power bomb on the apron, basically the apron power bomb. Trey goes for a hurricanrana, but once again Moose counters, stops him, and basically throws him into the ring steps. Moose goes to go to hell, but Trey counter it into a pinfall attempt, only gets a near fall. Trey goes for the flip dive over the top rope onto the floor, and then follows up with a frog splash for a 2 count. Trey hits a reverse hurricanrana, and I can't believe Moose ends up doing ends up pulling it off too. It takes 2 guys to do that type of move. Basically with a hurricanrana, especially with a reverse hurricanrana. Obviously the one who does it to you does the work, and then the rest is up to the opponent. And this was done very well by Moose. I thought the Moose did a pretty good job. Following Trey for this reverse hurricanrana, and it was pretty nice too the way it was done. But unfortunately, for Trey, it was a near fall, so the match hasn't ended. And finally, Moose goes for his thunderous spear for the 3 count in the win. So yeah, your winner is Moose, which obviously he was going to lose anyways. But I did love the story here from Trey that he wanted to get back at Moose for attacking the Rascals last week, and during the circle, and it also shows again how Trey was how he could handle himself in the ring against Moose. So it told a good story there, and I appreciate that. We go backstage where Tessa Blanchard demands that Impact Management relive basically to relieve Gail Kim's of her duties. Relieve her. I meant to say relieve her of her duties because of what she did last week, which makes no fucking sense because Tessa Blanchard has been doing a lot of attacking to staff members. From backstage, even from at ringside, and because Gail Kim attacked Tessa Blanchard for doing the right thing, she wants Impact Management to have her relieve her of her duties, basically firing her from her position. Makes no fucking sense. Yeah, after last week, didn't make no sense either when Scott D'Amore just suspended Gail Kim because she attacked Tessa Blanchard because she's not a performer anymore. She's not a wrestler anymore. But Tessa Blanchard, she's allowed to attack timekeepers, right? Because she's a performer, a wrestler basically. And the story is you can't be attacking employees. That's the thing. You can't be attacking employees. Tessa Blanchard did. So right there, it made no fucking sense. But basically, I don't remember there was any word about Gail Kim being relieved from her duties. I think I saw Gail Kim later on, but I'll get to that later if I could refresh my memory because again, folks, I will remember some parts of the show if I haven't been busy during the weekend, basically from Saturday and Sunday. Basically Saturday with me doing the painting with my brother and my uncle. And then doing the rearrangements of the room on the Sunday as well. So anyways, yeah, but we'll see how the rest of the show ends up being. But the one thing I did remember seeing was Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake versus KM and Fala Trash. Basically, it makes you say this: Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards wins the match. They cheated. I don't care about anything what KM and Fala Trash does because KM and Fala Trash are garbage. They're trash. They're dumpster fires. They both suck. This tag team sucks. And I'm just not a fan. Basically, it was the same booking like last week with Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards defeating the Desire Squad by cheating. It's the same thing here that they did here. So. We go backstage and we see Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie refuse to be interviewed from this guy named Mendez. I forgot his first name already. Basically, because Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie are heels now, so they refuse to any interviews basically. So, but we'll get to Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie later. We get to Ace Austin versus Damian Hyde. No, I have no idea who Damian Hyde is. I didn't even bother checking him before I did this review. But basically, it's another showcase for Ace Austin. My highlights: Ace Austin hits a big boot on the apron, followed by a drop kick through the ropes. Austin, and not Austin Aries, by the way, just Ace Austin. Hey, bro. Austin flips over the top, crashing onto Hyde on the floor. Austin connects with a springboard boot. He goes for his finishing move, the fold, which is it represents what he's about, because he's all about cards, because his name is Ace, and basically he's the Gambit of wrestling. Gambit from X-Men. But yeah, he goes for the fold and gets the win. So yeah, another showcase for Ace Austin, and yeah, he's pretty good. It's my second time seeing him wrestling on Impact Wrestling. Never heard of him before. Never seen him of his matches before from other NDC men, but he's pretty good. But I'm pretty sure some people be like, oh, he's a vanilla midget and blah blah blah. Whatever. Josh Matthews got an interview. Yeah, I'm not moving on now. Josh Matthews interviewing Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie to explain why they did what they did. Betraying Moose. I mean, not Moose. Betraying Brian Cage and betraying the fans. And this is Johnny Impact's reasoning, because of the fans for being smart marks. And I'm saying myself, basically saying because of guys like Josh Matthews, Brian Cage, and these fans, and basically the fans in the crowds. So according to Johnny Impact, because they're smart marks, they must have computers and laptops at the arenas. No, it can't be just because Killer Cross made me see the light. No, it's because smart marks. And from there, I was like, this was garbage. And then Taya Valkyrie gets to cut a promo. Basically, she says almost like the same thing to smart marks and bears, basically. And then she talks about her opponent for Against All Odds, which is going to be this coming Friday on Twitch TV and on Pursuit Channel for Impact Wrestling. And I'll get to more of that too, by the way, when it pertains to Against All Odds, because it's weird that the placement for this card for Against All Odds for this week. But I'll talk more about that later. But anyways, Taya Valkyrie talks about her opponent, Jordan Grace, and basically Johnny Impact says that he's going to defend his title against Brian Cage at Rebellion. And there you go. Now, Johnny Impact, I think they should wait till he turned heel till we get to the pay-per-view, instead of doing it at a random TV show that they did basically what they did last week. And then you could have done something with Giant Impact, Taya Valkyrie, and Killer Cross being together instead of this bullshit. Yeah, this segment was fucking garbage. Made no fucking sense. Moving on, and we'll see. Let's see how Giant Impact loses to Brian Cage. And I want Taya Valkyrie to lose too, by the way, against Jordan Grace. Rosemary tells James Mitchell that she will be returning to the Undead Realm to basically what pertains to Allie's soul, because Dark Allie taking over to Allie's soul. That's the story. So because this whole thing that happened with Allie, again, all about Allie, but you know what? It's fine, because at least Kiera Hogan was not involved with this segment again. Hopefully Kiera Hogan doesn't be involved this week either. So we'll see what happens this week for this one. I'm assuming, based on hearing about Allie, signing to All Elite Wrestling, which means what I heard, she's gonna be leaving Impact Wrestling, which is good. Get her out here. That way it won't be all about Allie anymore. so we got to focus more on Kiera Hogan. But basically, I think what they're gonna do here is that they're gonna kill off Ali, and hopefully, continuity here. Hopefully, they'll bring back Madison Rayne, because Madison Rayne is back with Impact Wrestling, but we don't know what's her role yet though, because she did sign a new deal about, I think it was about a month ago they announced it, but hopefully they'll do a storytelling here to bring back Rosemary, not Rosemary, to bring back Madison Rayne, since they failed to do that at Bound for Glory last year. But it was just about saving Kiera Hogan basically. So, but there you go. We'll see what happens on this week. Ethan Page versus Willie Mack. Highlights: we get Ethan Page sending Willie Mack into the corner, but Willie Mack comes basically comes out of it and then goes for a Samoan drop. Mack goes for a standing moonsault. Mack goes to fly, but Ethan Page he avoids it. Excuse me, and then sends him to the ring post. Gotta protect the big guy. He's not really that big, but they're basically protecting him more than they're protecting Ethan Page. But Willie connects with a missile drop kick into the corner basically. Ethan Page does a nice super kick to Willie Mack, and then in the end Willie Mack hits the stunner, or you could just call it the Mack stunner, and gets a 3 count in the win. So once again Ethan Page loses again. Why is he losing? I don't get it. But yeah, the match itself I thought was alright. It was alright. Glenn Gilberti, which is Disco Inferno, he's preparing for his match against Scarborough, which is going to be this coming week. Hopefully they won't swerve us again. For Scarborough, because they be advertising that she's saying, oh, she's gonna make her in-ring debut. She's gonna make her in-ring debut, and then never follow up on their promise. So hopefully they'll have her wrestle this week. And if they don't, then I give up. Do whatever you want with her at this point. As long as you give me the scene of her doing the hot shower thing, I'm good. But hopefully she does wrestle this week, because I'm getting tired of them saying, oh, she's gonna wrestle this week, and then they don't live up to their promises. It's kind of like what WWE were doing with Emma, with the whole Emelina, the whole Emelina thing. You waited so long and blah blah blah. Whatever that was. What they did with Emma though, it was pretty nice with with the follows and everything. So there you go.
I just said wait.
Well, okay, what was next? Oh yeah. Okay, now we get to Gail Kim. So Gail Kim tells Mr. Santos, because Mr. Santos was interviewing Gail Kim, that she's going to do what she needs to do with the whole situation with Tessa Blanchard. And not much to say about that, folks. So we'll see how that transpires. Maybe for this week it probably will transpire. And then also out of nowhere, we see a backstage brawl between LAX and Lucha Brothers, and then Conan comes in the picture and basically shouting at Lucha Brothers and everything. So yeah, the feud continues with LAX and Lucha Brothers, which means more matches, and which means it will probably lead to Rebellion. Yes. But we're gonna see what happens for this week too, for Against All Odds. So we'll see how that turns out too. I thought it was gonna be a match though, but it's probably gonna lead to more brawls. Maybe somewhere else at a different location, but we'll see. We see OVE going into Willie Mack's dressing room, because Willie Mack goes into the dressing room. It's the same thing that they did before. I don't remember what event it was. I remember it was about the Team AAA versus Team Impact thing for the World Cup. I don't remember what it was. I'll get back to you on that. I think it was Uncaged. I could be wrong, but basically the whole thing with William Mack going into his dressing room, and then OVE, basically the Chris brothers were going in there to beat him up, because the whole thing was Sami Callihan confronting Rich Swann. I think it was Uncaged. Basically try to get Rich Swann to join OVE and everything, and he refused, and then Sami Callihan beats him up. Basically, while Willie Mack there, he's gonna he's gonna take out Sami Callihan was gonna take out Rich Swann, and that's what OVE did what they did. But during that time though, they did nothing to follow up on that. They didn't show OVE beating up Willie Mack or at least, well, I mean, obviously you couldn't see because you're in the dressing room. They're in the dressing room. The cameraman was outside, so. But we didn't hear any noise that that Willie Mack was being beat up by OVE at the time. So in this one, this time they did. So they did this again. Let's see what's familiar. This is the same thing they did last time. Difference is we heard some noise this time. Boom, boom, beat. Someone getting beat up and everything, right? Someone getting jumped and all that, right? The dressing room opens, and his Willie Mack coming out of it. So basically, he knew what was coming. Because OVE was gonna beat him up again, so that wherever Rich Swann and Sami Callihan have that match. That this time Willie Mack will not be there again to help out Rich Swann. But then something else happened later on. We'll get to that later. But yeah, Willie Mack comes out there and yeah, he took care of business, and in case just in case Rich Swann anything happens to him in this main event match. So let's get to right now. Sorry about that. I had to wait for the sirens to go by. So here we go. X Division Championship. Rich Swann the champion versus Sami Callihan the challenger. Highlights of the match: Sami Callihan hits Rich Swann with the Explorer suplex onto the steel ramp to take control basically of the match. Sami Callihan continues to wear down Rich Swann, allowing him to get any offense going. Rich Swann ends up taking Sami Callihan off the top rope with a hurricanrana for a 2 count. Rich Swann goes for a 450 splash from the second rope, gets a near fall. Usually he wins that move. Sometimes he'll also win with the Phoenix Splash. But Sami Callihan connects a powerbomb off the top rope. Rich Swann kicks out. Nice by way. Sami Callihan hit I forgot this nasty part of the match. Sami Callihan spit in Rich Swann's face, and Rich Swann fires back at him with a spit of his own. I'm like, oh my god, this is disgusting. I'm like, oh my god, disgusting. Oh my god. A lot of slobbing coming out of both guys' mouth and everything. I'm like, wow, there we are, brothers, aren't they? There we are, family. So Rich Swann hits a handspring cutter, but Callihan kicks out of it. Rich Swann rolls up Sami Callihan for the 3 count in the win. So your winner and still your X Division champion, Rich Swann. After the match, Sami Callihan attacks Rich Swann from behind. Rich Swann turns him around with an insecurity, and then also a mystery man appears in the ring and attacks Rich Swann. And it turns out, after he revealed himself, I see myself, oh my god, that's Sawyer Fulton. So Sawyer Fulton has made his Impact Wrestling debut after being released. Well, it's been a while since he's been released. Like since when? Like about last year or maybe 2017. Sawyer Fulton used to be in WWE, NXT basically. He was part of Sanity, the original Sanity, before he got hurt, and then he was replaced by Damo, and then Damo ends up later on becoming Killian Dane. So Sawyer Fulton, what he's been doing this whole time, I had no idea what he's been doing all this time, folks. But I heard he fully recovered from his injury, and then also in WWE didn't know what to do with him, so they put him on standby. Basically for NXT. So basically they decided to either he asked for his release, or his contract expired and then he ends up being let go. Either way, he was gone from WWE for a while, but I didn't know what he was doing afterwards. And after seeing him here, like wow, I had no idea. And basically he's not called Sawyer Fulton because Sawyer Fulton is WWE's name, but instead he's called here by Madman. Madman Fulton. So he comes out, but basically it was obvious he's part of OVE. For one thing, he was wearing a vest that already said OVE somewhere there, But they basically make it look like he wasn't part of OVE because he was, cause after he attacked with Swann, he goes right to Sami Callihan, puts him on the top rope, and then he took off his vest and shows a OVE t-shirt. But you could see, but from his vest that he was wearing that it already said OVE basically. And on top of that, he attacked with Swann, so obviously he was gonna be part of OVE. Now maybe check something here, folks, because with Madman Fulton joining OVE, which means he's got to be from Ohio, right? So maybe check that one. Toledo, Ohio. That's where he's from. So yeah, he is from Ohio. And now you know he's an OVE from Ohio. Ohio versus everything. So Willie Mack comes out to try to even the odds, but then Willie Mack was no match for Madman Fulton. So Madman Fulton and Sami Callihan lays out. Sami Callihan laid out Rich Swann with a baseball bat, and then that was the end of the show. Sami Callihan and Madman Fulton of OVE has closed up the show, standing tall. And there you go, folks. That was Impact Wrestling. Now before I end the show here, basically what's announced so far for Against All Odds for this week's for Impact Wrestling. Taya will defend her Knockouts Championship against Jordan Grace. We're going to see the conclusion of Gail Kim to see what Impact Management is going to do with Gail Kim. With Tessa Blanchard's your argument about she should be relieved of her duties. So we're going to see more conclusions of LAX and Lucha Brothers. We're also going to be seeing the conclusion of Madman Fulton joining OVE. With that whole thing. Let me see if there are other conclusions here. I'm trying to give you something here, folks. Because Impact Wrestling failed to give us any promotions for you to watch Impact Wrestling Against All Odds for this coming week. The free TV quality type of pay-per-view that you see for free on TV. I guess we'll see more conclusion of the Rascals with Moose. So, I also mentioned too, by the way, Killer Cross bumped into Giant Impact last week on Impact Wrestling for this episode, and all he did was smile and everything, laugh and everything, and that was it. I don't remember if there was any other matches that's gonna be set up. And also, yeah, finally the in-ring debut of Scarlett Bordeaux versus Glenn Gilberti, which is Disco Inferno. And there you go. Other than that, folks, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I could go to Impact Wrestling's website to see what the site basically to see if there's more added to it. So, one moment. Oh yeah, also, Rosemary returned to the Undead Realm. With that whole situation with Dark Alley and her soul. Hopefully, too, we'll get Master Ray bring back to the Undead Realm too if they mention that. If they don't mention that, I'm gonna rant about that. So. And also, what I saw here, Killer Cross versus Brian Cage. About fucking time. So I guess Brian Cage is 100% medically clear after that chair shot with the Cinema Black and all that. So maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there you go, folks. And that was it. That's all I can share for you now. So I'm not gonna do any preview of it. So I'll just go ahead and tell you. We'll see what happens for this week's Impact Wrestling presents Against All Odds, a pay-per-view which is gonna be a special occasions free on TV this coming week. Watch it on Twitch TV or watch it on Pursuit Channel. And there you go. So Tomar Wrestling for Impact Wrestling, the show from March 22nd, 2019. Five matches. My overall score for the show, it was better than last week, I'll tell you one thing. So I'm going to go 6.5 out of 10. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets.